here's the key takeaways or summary of day one of the International Court of Justice's hearing against Israel. South Africa's legal team also addressed some of Israel's famous talking points head on. The first one being that Hamas has to be condemned for October 7th. And South Africa's legal team came out and said what happened on October 7th was horrific, and they do condemn Hamas for those violent acts. However, Hamas cannot be held responsible as a party to this particular lawsuit because Hamas is not a member state. The ICJ has been set up to resolve disputes between UN member states, and the Genocide Convention applies to countries, not to resistance groups. So yes, Hamas should be held accountable, but at a different venue and under a different jurisdiction. Israel has always said it has a right to defend itself, and the right of self-defense is laid out in Article 51 of the UN Charter, which states that a country has a right to defend itself against outside threats. However, the UN Charter also states that when you are an occupying force, you have a duty to protect the people, the land, basically the territory that you're occupying. Now, since Israel controls land, water, sea access to Gaza, they control the amount of food, electricity, water that goes into Gaza. They have effective control and occupation over the Gaza Strip. And because the so-called threats are coming from inside their occupied territories, the right of self-defense under Article 51 of the UN Charter does not apply to Israel in this case. They cannot be attacking and bombing the occupied territories because they are responsible for securing the stability of that particular occupied territory.